It's Mama Sheets here, and I'm coming to you guys as a chef in training. I'm going to break down the significance behind why it's better to use herbs, seasonings, spices, instead of just plain old iodine, salt, and black pepper. I know, there are some foods that actually just need regular salt and regular pepper, but it's all about the type of salt that you choose to consume. A lot of people don't even know that eating regular iodine salt is not good for you. This is something that I just picked up today. It is your regular, let's see if we can make this a little better. It is your regular iodized salt that you see in any type of store. You can normally you see, I want to say it's Morton's salt. And I don't know if you guys knew this, but your body needs iodine. But you can get that from actual herbs. This iodine that you see, it leaves the bottle an hour after you open it. Did you guys know that? So at the end of the day, you're just consuming this really, really heavy salt that's not good for you. And I don't know if you guys have ever noticed how granulated the salt is. You want your salt to be in rock crystallized form because that means that it has more minerals. That's why we consume. We consume food because we have to live. We don't live to eat at all. We eat to live. So you have to be careful with what type of salts you put in your body. Now, a really great salt for you to use could be black lava salt. You could get pink Himalayan salt, or you can use my favorite, Malden flaky crystal sea salt. All these salts that I'm telling you, they all come in crystallized rock form, and they are absolutely delicious. When you eat the iodized salt, I don't know if you've ever noticed how salty that is. You don't want to eat it alone. Now, these salts that I'm telling you about, you can cook with them or you can use them as finishing salts, which means that you sprinkle it on once you're done with your foods. That's enough about salt. Let's get into our actual herbs. Now, some of my favorite herbs are lemongrass, ginger, tarragon. I love thyme, rosemary. I love all these flavorful, beautiful, herbaceous herbs. And a lot of these herbs have a lot of health benefits that a lot of people are not too used to even knowing about. I have a couple of friends who, I guess you can say they're American. And, Americans, like myself, we grew up eating super bland foods. We eat a lot of processed foods. We eat a lot of canned meats. We eat a lot of hot dogs, cheeseburgers, stuff that isn't really flavorful. But I don't know about you guys, but I love cheeseburgers. They are my absolute favorite thing. Shout out to In-N-Out. They are my favorite thing to eat, but I pack my burgers when I cook them with all types of herbs. I use green onions. I use basil. I love basil burgers. I use basil. I use garlic. Sometimes I'll put rosemary. I'll put thyme in there. I'll put all these flavors into this meat. And sometimes I'll even add in pork, like bacon. I'll add bacon into my burger, but that's something else. But I add all these herbs into my meat because it's like, I want to eat with a purpose. I'm not going to eat just any type of meat either. I love getting organic, grass-fed meats. So why not go ahead and add that into the herbs? These herbs all have great benefits. Some benefits like kaffir lime leaf. A lot of people don't really know about that. Other people call it the macroot leaf. I call it kaffir lime leaf with the rest of all the Southeast Asians who call it that. But this leaf has so many health benefits. One health benefit is that it's very good on oral hygiene. It fights a lot of bacteria in your mouth, like anti-fungus, things that go on in your mouth that we don't really know too much about. You can go ahead and boil down kaffir lime leaf And you can also add lemongrass, which has also antibacterial and antifungal properties, which is quite amazing if you ask me. Lemongrass also is a pain reliever or fever reducer, and it contains central, which is a natural plant compound with with a natural anti-inflammatory effects. So basically, I don't know if you guys know about inflammation. My sister has really bad inflammation, and we actually have to give her either turmeric or lemongrass, and her blood it seeps back inside of her body. But the thing is, her blood is just insane. It's so thin, and if she stands up for too long or she eats sugar, her inflammation just sprawls out of control, and you can actually see her blood on her skin, and it's very painful for her. So we have to like give her lemongrass. But did you know that you can actually marinate your food in lemongrass? You can make lemongrass teas, and then you can add in things like kaffir lime leaf, or as we all know, ginger. Ginger is another natural remedy that cures any type of sickness. It's also an anti-inflammatory. It also helps out with your inflammation. What else does ginger do? It fights your germs, it calms nausea, and it lowers blood sugar. Now, once again, I don't know if you guys heard me when I said we need to eat for a purpose.